Daily update. It's the 26th of June. What a fantastic day it's been, weather-wise and property-wise. We're just waiting on the acceptance of two offers, but I think we're really, really close. Two of my mentees have got offers in on fantastic project properties, so we're sat here with our fingers crossed, just waiting to hear back from the agents to make sure that the offers that we put in have been accepted and we can move on with these fantastic deals. On another note, on June the 18th, I asked you to list your fears, your anxieties, your problems, or any questions you've got, and anything stopping you from entering property. Lots of people put down some great ideas. Over the past few days, I've started to go through these one by one. And the next one is from Hannah McLaughlin, a very valid member of our team here. So thank you, Hannah, for your question, which was, how do you go about joint venture partnerships? Now, this is something that's very, very important. It has to be right, and it has to be right for both parties. Normally, with a joint venture partnership, I've found from my experience, and I've done lots of joint venture partnerships, is that you have to have polar opposites. So you have to have one member who is time rich and they want to get on and project manage the deal, and the other, perhaps time poor, but they are cash rich. So they want to put their money in and they want to look at getting a better return on their savings than they're currently getting from the financial institution, be it a savings account, an investment vehicle, whatever they've got their money in at the moment. They're probably not that happy, as many people aren't, with the return they're getting. So you can offer them a much better return in property. So that's your joint venture partner. And then obviously the other side of the fence is perhaps you, who is time rich, but unfortunately you do not have enough cash to do the next project. So you can both really, really help each other. So you're helping the investor to get a better return on their money, and they're helping you to facilitate the project that wouldn't happen without their money. So it's a win-win for both parties. Now, when you're selecting your joint venture partner, you've got to be very, very cautious. First of all, I would recommend that you involve a solicitor for the sake of legality. And I would like you to protect both your and your partner's interests in this. So, for example, the solicitor may advise you to set up a limited company. They may advise you to form a partnership agreement or some sort of document listing your responsibilities and obviously the eventuality, if that something does go wrong, who is responsible and what would happen if that was to be the case. So very important, first of all, it's got to be set up legally, it's got to be set up compliantly, and you've got to protect yourself and your partner. Secondly, it's how do you approach people? How would you approach someone for a joint venture partner? Perhaps somebody in your network, somebody you know, could be a work colleague, a business colleague, a family member, somebody you meet at the gym, at the school gates. It could be anybody that you know that you formed a relationship with, that you know has got money and perhaps isn't that happy with the investment they've got at the moment and might be the ideal joint venture partner for you. Well, it's quite simple and straightforward. You literally start speaking to them. So every single person that you meet, tell them exactly what you do. Hi, my name is Hannah. I buy, refurbish, and resell properties for a profit, and I also help people make a really good return on their savings. Now, most people will turn around and they'll say, well, that's great, well done, sounds interesting, fantastic. But, and this is a big but, you will get people that say, wow, I'm quite interested in that, Hannah, tell me more. Okay, let's have a coffee together. Let's meet up on Wednesday morning, Thursday night, Saturday afternoon, whenever the time's convenient for both of you. Agree to meet up. Now, the important thing is you don't ask this person for investment directly, because as a British nation, we're very taboo about talking about money. If you ask somebody how much they earn, it's like you almost killed their cat. It's not a question. On the continent, in the United States, people talk about this sort of information quite freely. They'll say, well, I'm a civil engineer and I earn this amount of money. And oh, that's interesting. In this country, money, finance, mortgages, income, it's absolutely taboo. So we've got to be really careful what we do. But I've devised a really good system over the years. So what I use first of all is what I call the elevator pitch. Hi, my name's Hannah. I buy property, refurbish and sell for a profit. And I also help people get a really good return on their savings. Now, that's your elevator pitch. That is your 10-second elevator pitch that you go around like a parrot chirping to everyone. When you get interest from somebody, you don't start talking to them about it there and then. The time, the place, the situation is not right. What you want to be doing is you want to be having a one-on-one conversation with this person that's timed, so you've got enough time that you can show them what you can do for them and what they can get out of this joint venture partnership. So, for example, you'd sit down for a coffee, you'd show them perhaps a project which you've previously done or been involved in. You'd show them a breakdown of it, a case study, how the figures worked out, what the profit was, and then you introduce your next project. So you then turn around to them when they've said to you, yeah, that sounds pretty interesting to me. You show, well, actually, it's funny you should say that because we have this project that's upcoming that I need the funding for. It's this, it's this, it's this. And you go through again the deal as a case study, what the costs are, what the implications are, what the time frame is, and ultimately what the profit will be and what profit share you'd be looking to share with your joint venture partner. You go through all of that with them, and instead of asking them that terrible question, you simply put it into the third party. And what you'd say to them is, I've got this deal at the moment. So if you know anyone that's got savings and is not happy with the return they're getting on their savings, please point them my way. Now, that is a third-party requisition. It's not a direct approach to that person, so there's going to be no awkwardness about the situation. Because if they haven't got the money or they don't want to invest, they can simply say, of course, if I come across anyone, Hannah, I certainly will do that. Now, most people you'll probably find will say that because they're unsure at first, but you will get in time, if you follow this and you keep doing it, person to person to person to person to person, you will be in a meeting when you say to them, if you know anyone that's got savings and is unhappy with the return they're getting, please point them my way. All of a sudden they turn around and say, actually, Hannah, I've got savings. I'm very interested. Bingo, you've just opened the door to your joint venture partnership or potential partnership. So over the next few days, I'm going to be talking about this more. I'll also be talking about auctions, and I'll be giving you updates on exactly where we are with the offers and anything that's topical and anything that's current. Have a wonderful sunny evening, guys.